Welcome to my channel everyone. Today something completely different because I'm doing this lens review 7 Artisans 10mm f3.5 in a vlogging style. And why? Because I'm vlogging exactly with this lens, with 7 Artisans 10mm. The lens that rekindled my love for Fujifilm camera. And why is that? Let me explain later. First of all, we are talking about small, as they call it, cookie lens. That is really light, really small and looks extremely sexy on my Fujifilm camera. And it's very easy to handle. It's obviously a manual lens. Minimal focus distance is around 20 centimeters. It's a 10mm lens, so it is a perfect vlogging lens. So as you can see, different style today because I am vlogging exactly with 7 Artisans 10mm lens. That comes to the point why it makes my Fuji like a great vlogging camera. Because autofocus on Fuji is just not very reliable. It would hunt and like search for my face, for my eye all the time, while on 10mm I can just set it up and 8.0 and I'm done. It's like I'm sharp. I'm in the frame and I'm sharp. It doesn't have to even work with autofocus at all because it's a manual lens. Now let's talk about the most important thing to me, which is sharpness. This lens is sharp in the middle of the frame at 3.5 and the sharpness is pretty, actually surprisingly good for such a small and cheap thing as this lens is. Now the next thing you want to look at is the corners. In the corners it's not that sharp, so something to take into consideration because of course the sharpness drops, specifically if you're closer from the object or you know, macro shots or close-up shots. Macro shots not in this case, but close-up shots are of course much more soft. But this lens is not designed for this kind of shots because to me zero distortion is the most important thing here because it is 10mm without distortion. So if you are like in the interior type of scenario, then you're good. There's no distortion, and this sharpness of course is perfectly fine when you are further from the object, like in architecture situations or interior shots type of situations. A little bit further from the object definitely grows. Now when it comes to distortion, this is also a very important factor here because like distortion is one of the zero distortion is one of the selling point of this little thing from 7 Artisans. And I gotta say, this is surprising. When you walk with this lens, you can see it right now, or B-roll, when you walk with this lens and you like shoot interiors or you generally see shapes around you, this is super wide lens, but it does not have a lot of distortion. This distortion unfortunately grows a little bit when you're closer to the object, but as I said, for what it is made, it's not a big deal. Now let's talk about focus breathing. There's a lot of focus breathing on this lens, and once again, this is a fun lens. This is not lens that is supposed to work perfect. So focus breathing is huge. It gives you a little bit of this feeling of anamorphic lens. Now the next point is bokeh. Bokeh is again like typical for a fun lens, for a funky lens. So it's a hexagonal bokeh, and you can see for yourself that even the shape of the blades is hexagonal, so that's why the bokeh does have this shape. So bokeh is not a bokeh master, but it's fun and it's pretty nice and soft, but obviously you won't be making some portraits with it, though we use it on a paid commercial photo sessions and it does work actually good. Work against the harsh light is hit and miss. Sometimes it does the crazy stuff, specifically in the night. Sometimes it's actually pretty nice, so it really depends on the scenario, it really depends on the situation. You can see for yourself some of the sample shots. Sometimes it is beautifully controlled, sometimes it's not. Chromatic aberration definitely is there. You can see some purple fringing, but nothing monstrous, nothing really bad. So overall, this lens is pretty sharp, specifically in the center. The zero distortion is actually not, not a lie. It really works, and I gotta say, it is a huge fun to work with. There is like beautiful star effect also, and generally in the night it works pretty nice. And I love the surprises this lens gives you. I love the 10mm this lens gives you, and most importantly, a lot of vloggers will find it to be a great, lightweight, very wide and very interesting solution for the vlogs like this one that you see right now. So would I recommend this lens? If you're looking for a fun lens that gives you a lot of possibilities, definitely 7 Artisans 10mm 3.5 is a big and nice surprise to me, and I would recommend it specifically for the price, but not even taking into consideration the price. This lens is a lot of fun to use, and To give you like the honest recommendation, because I'm receiving a lot of lenses and I'm testing a lot of lenses, this lens will stay with me definitely, and this will be my on Fuji lens for this kind of situations like right now when I want to go out and record videos. And it's just fantastic. Look at that. And even behind me, when you look at the recordings, there's not really much distortion. So now with these doors behind me, beautiful doors, right? You can see them right now. I'm finishing my review. I hope you guys liked it, so please don't forget to subscribe, to like, hit that like button, and I see you in the next recording. Cheers.